Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this is your general read for the month of August. Because it's general, it may not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. I urge you to check out your other signs, whether it resonates or not. Obviously, if it doesn't, you may find better information over there, and even if it does, you may find more information. And possibly be able to put together a bigger picture and a better picture with a little bit more detail. Energy is fluid, so I'm going to read from the perspective of Pisces, but it may be the case that you feel you need to switch the roles, reverse, change spots, whatever you feel you need to do. Also, time is an illusion, therefore we are stamping this for August of 2022, but it could definitely be before or after. I trust that you'll get the message whenever you're supposed to get it, all right? I also trust that the most powerful message is going to come out, the one that needs to be most heard, even if it is only by one person. Woo, when I talk about trust, High Priestess, intuition, on point. Pisces, your intuition is on point too, so don't ignore it, because I do feel like you are, oh, sorry, I forgot the microphone. Let's see if this helps or hurts the audio. Sorry, either way. Pisces, I do feel like out the gate, you are hoping that your intuition is wrong. We'll just say it like that, okay? Remember that we read tarot so that we can see the current energies and possible outcomes. It's not concrete. We do it so that we can see what's at hand, and if we see anything that we want to change, that's what we're looking for, okay? So we can stay cautious, we can stay vigilant, and we can stay aware, okay? Yeah, I think that's pretty much... Wow, your reading kind of started before the little spiel at the beginning was over. I feel a little tired, Pisces. I feel like I'm doing things in a new way. I feel like I'm making more of a committed effort. I feel like there's some bitterness or some anger or rage that's leaving me because it was draining, if that makes sense. The focus here is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, so it's not solid, it's not secure, whatever this is. It's your life, your relationship, your job. There's a lot of instability here. That's the focus, and possibly making that right. Let's see what the challenge is. Working, but maybe even sticking to a job or working. I think some of you don't want to face that it's time to either stick with something you don't like, for some of you, and others of you, it's actually, I'm hearing like it's past time to retire. Okay, it's just that time. Body's worn out, and it's time, to give it a rest. But again, I feel like you don't. You're hoping that your intuition is wrong. You're hoping that what you've been feeling isn't actually the case. And I'm sorry to say, I do feel like your intuition is on point. So that's, however that may resonate with you. In the past, there was some imbalance and some inequality, possibly some juggling of maybe people. I'm hearing there's a question of loyalty, or at least there has been in the past. This could be you with a relationship, but this could be your job. If you're having issues with your job or thinking about leaving, it could be a question of like, how loyal is your job to you? What would the company or your boss do for you, and how quickly could they replace you? Like, why are you breaking your back for a job that isn't going to, offer good benefits or be there when you hurt yourself or whatever, especially if you're being overworked. And then again, if it's in a relationship, there's been some definite imbalance and some possible options. Because like I said, I'm hearing the word loyalty loud and clear. With the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position tells me that I'm not going to say somebody wasn't loyal, but I'm going to say there's a definite question. So if you have a reason to question it, you must have your reasons. Okay. There is some emotions surfacing here. And I think the goal is to overall do things out of love, but I'm not certain that's happening for some reason. I also feel like somebody is putting forth more effort, or needing to put forth more effort. In two ways. I feel like I'm reading for two separate groups here. On the one hand, I feel like somebody needs to make more effort and stand for themselves. And on the other hand, I feel like someone wanted something so bad that they were making all the effort, and that's not working out for them. Okay, two very different groups. Okay, the Knight of Swords in the subconscious position, it's also reversed. It looks to me as though there's been some shutting down and some closing off of communication. Also, I feel like there's a waiting period, Pisces. Other people may not see this or know this about you, but I do feel like you're waiting for more information in order to react or act to something. You may have been sort of a like knee-jerk reaction in the past, and I see that kind of fading away, at least for this particular portion of life and this particular situation. It may be really important. It does feel, it feels life-changing for sure. Let's see. What's the overall short-term outcome? Okay, stability. What you didn't have here, focus. And that may be why you're making all these changes and questioning these things and waiting for more information to act on. Okay, the information, the advice is to take the opportunities that are presented to you, and there will be, okay? Ooh, outside influences, Three of Swords in the reverse position. This Three of Swords is just really like just popping its ugly little head everywhere. So there's some healing, okay, that's happening. There's some hurt and some pain that is going, I'm hearing, is going to surface. You will get news of, for some of you, not all of you, also this is general, but some of you are going to get news of something that you really wish wasn't true, something that you wish wasn't happening, but it's real, and it's going to hurt, and it likely has to do with family or family of a partner, okay? But again, overall short-term outcome, you seem to be stable enough, and you're working on that, okay? Be careful of the ones that come and say things and do things just to hurt you. Pisces, you may have people in your vicinity or your group or surrounding or whatever that are just simply jealous of you or what you have or your personality. Look, it doesn't take much for somebody to be jealous of another person. Sometimes all it takes is your authenticity, and you can't teach that. So don't think just because you're the low man on the totem pole that people will not be jealous and hate on you, because it happens all the time. There is someone around you that is very jealous of you, and they do come to say things and whisper things in you and the other people surrounding you ear just to simply hurt you, okay? They come to make things hard, to hurt you, and try to knock you down, okay? It's wasted energy in my opinion, but people do live for that shit, so be careful. You got the Nine of Cups in the hopes and fears, and then the Ace of Swords coming out way over here for the long-term possible outcome. So you do get more clarity. All right, hopes and fears is that you get what you want out of the situation, and I do think to some degree you do, but not everything you want, right? We can't always have it all, and most of the time we don't get it all, but you do gain more clarity by the end of all of this than you started out with, but not everything. There's still situation, or there's still missing pieces of information by the time we get to here. Okay, it's not completely clear, and it's not a solid victory. So there is going to be levels of compromise I don't think you expected, okay? Just when you think you can't get any stronger, universe presents you with something that makes you have to be stronger, right? Or you fold, it's up to you. In the shadow cards, you've got the the Three of Wands in the reverse position, the Six of Wands in the reverse position, the Empress in the upright, and the Emperor in the upright, okay? So you are working on some things. You will have support, but you're going to have to keep your emotions in control, and you're going to have to reassess your goals, because you're not going to get what you're after in this way, okay? So, especially when I was mentioning in the beginning about somebody possibly retiring, be careful with your body. Be good to your body. It's the only one you're going to get, okay? So if your goal is to retire and go sailing or start a food truck, or I don't know your life and what your goals would be, but be careful with your body, because at the rate that you're going, thinking that you're still 20, you may not be able to do that if you keep going in this way, okay? So be very careful. Be practical, okay? Work smarter, not harder, okay? This is a very personal journey that you're going through right here, Pisces. Interestingly enough, you have a lot of other people involved in this particular situation, but it's very personal. I don't even know how to explain that. It's it affects you. No, I'm not going to say more than it affects everyone else, because there's a lot of people involved, but it affects you, I will say, directly. Whereas everyone else involved, it may not affect directly. This changes you. This changes you, for sure. Let's get some clarifiers. Let's do the Ace of Cups. The Ten of Swords. Like I said, there's a lot of suppressed emotions that are coming up, and there's an ending coming. You just can't do this anymore. And I feel like this is tried to end out quite a few times. And you just haven't gone through it. I don't even know why that's in the reverse, because I'm not reading reversals. But the Queen of Cups in the reverse, coming to clarify the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Ace of Swords again. Okay. So in the past, it looks like there was a situation that presented itself that wasn't manifesting, it wasn't nurturing, it wasn't feeding. It was definitely imbalanced, and there was other options in going outside of the relationship, the job, the agreement somehow, okay? But overall, at least as you felt it, it was overcame. There was clarity, there was an understanding, there was an agreement. There was a new agreement made here. For whatever reason, it doesn't follow through. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Pentacles, generosity. Pisces, you cannot take care of everyone, okay? If you're not able to take care of yourself, and you're not even able to if you're not able to take care of yourself, and you're not able to take care of the things that you've given your word on, how do you expect to take care of other people? Also, you can't borrow, you can't do things through yourself for another person that are actually coming through someone else, right? So like if you ask me for something and I say I have it, but I don't actually have it, and I have to go borrow or ask somebody else to get it. Like let's say you asked to borrow my lawnmower, but I don't actually have a lawnmower. I've got to go to my neighbor and borrow their lawnmower to lend it to you. Like that's kind of this weird energy that's either already happening or almost like in the beginning stages of happening. And it could be, I'm hearing borrowed time as well. Just make sure that you're getting what you are giving, Pisces. There needs to be a more practical look at this, okay? And there needs to be more dedication than there has been. And I'll tell you, I feel like you're starting to do that. I feel like you're starting to for whatever reason, be more committed to yourself, to your finances, to your home, to whatever it is you're working on, and your overall happiness. But also committed to demanding whoever you are working with give the same amount of energy to you that you've been giving to them. And I say working with because everything is job, right? Everything takes work. So whether it's a relationship, an actual job, whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Nine of Pentacles coming into the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. I feel like, Pisces, for some of you, not all of you, again, this is general, but for some of you, you've definitely kind of bit the hand that feeds you. There's a sense of instability that was almost like saved the day. I'm hearing like somebody stepped in to save the day, and it was kind of shit on. Somebody didn't show a lot of gratitude for where they are. It's like when people claim that self-made, very few people in this world are self-made. I'm going to tell you why. Because everyone gets a break somehow, somewhere. Everyone gets a little piece of insider information, or a little loan, or, you know, a little $20 to carry over till next week, or who knows what it is, right? Everybody gets help at some point. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? This is why we network. This is why we do what we do. Everybody has something to offer to the next person, and we all want to eat, right? However, the gratitude is not being shown here, okay? Someone here is trying to take on this, like, is grandiose the right word? I feel like maybe, but like this big macho, like grandiose, like I did this, I did, and not to say that they didn't, but they didn't do it alone. And the people, places, positions, and opportunities that have come to help them, they've kind of just thrown to the side, like it didn't happen. And that's, you know, there's a, be careful of burning bridges here, Pisces. Be careful of burning bridges. Let's clarify the Three of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is abandonment. The outside influence. Look, Pisces, the ones you love, the one you care for, whatever, it's going to get hit hard by the outside. So finances may play a real issue, and also just abandonment overall, because right here you have sadness and loss with the Five of Cups. Okay, this is a grieving and a mourning period. You got 2 fives, which is major change, and also the Fool, which is a new beginning. So, there, you know, be careful. Take care of your health. Like I said, please, please, please take care of your health. Take care of your body. Make sure you have proper arrangements made in the event that there is a tragedy or an accident, okay? But, you know, that seriousness aside, it could just be as simple as misery loves company, okay? And you need a new group. Don't be foolish. Don't feed into that, because they kind of want that, okay? Because that's in the outside influences. Now let's clarify this Ace of Swords here. Page of Swords, gossip. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to move away from the gossip. Hopefully you do. You got the Ten of Cups here with the completion. So it does look like overall you get tired of it, and it's like, what do they say? Who's the author of confusion, right? I'll leave it up to you to fill in the blank. But basically, by the end of it, when it seems just played out and there's too much confusion and there's always more gossip and always more drama, it does look like you move forward into a more content and completed, I'm hearing, self, home, and life overall with the Eight of Swords. There's a restriction here on you. Like, you're staying in this situation because you think it's all that you deserve, okay? Also, whatever this ugly situation is, Pisces, it's making you slowly but surely either, like, overly apologetic or overly defensive, depending on what type of personality you have. But it's really more to do with your environment and what you've allowed to go on that's playing this major role in your kind of, it's coming off kind of like a weird attitude. So, you know, and it happens. I don't think it's anything to like worry about, but it is something to be aware of, okay? Because you are in a state of growth. You're resilient, so make sure that you're using that to channel, to make progress and be productive in your own life and in society and the life you want, because you are at a crossroads. Like I said from the beginning, this is major, this is life-changing, all right? That's what I have for you. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.